Gwinnett County is located just north of Atlanta in Georgia and serves the communities in the greater Atlanta metropolitan region. Their wastewater treatment plant has a significant level of treatment that's more advanced than most wastewater treatment facilities. That's shown here on the left, the Wayne Hill Water Resources Center. The facility includes, well, as you can see from this diagram, multiple treatment trains, so primary and secondary treatment, chemical clarification, and then a split flow for granular media filtration and ultrafiltration membranes. Then the flow is combined back together for a pre-ozonation step, followed by biological filtration with granular activated carbon, and then post-ozonation for disinfection. Starting in 2010, treated water from this facility was discharged to Lake Lanier. The 98 million gallon per day water treatment plant that pulls water from Lake Lanier is the Shoal Creek filter plant, and the treatment train for that facility is shown on the bottom here. It includes ozone, coagulation, flocculation, and direct filtration using anthracite biological filters, followed by chlorine disinfection. So what makes this facility unique is, or this utility unique, is that they're a planned indirect potable reuse facility where their wastewater discharge is located approximately or slightly less than 1 mile away from their drinking water treatment plant intake. So shown here on the slide is the pink arrow shows the discharge location for the Wayne Hill Water Resources Center, and then the orange arrow pointing down for the Shoal Creek filter plant intake is shown in relatively close proximity. So there was a lot of planning that went into that design to make sure that the water quality coming in the intake was of sufficient quality to manage any potential risks. Another layer of complexity in this in these two facilities is that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers manages water rights to the lake and has access and manages access rights. So there have been some disputes in recent years between stakeholders in Georgia, Florida, and Alabama as to how water is managed from the lake and who has access to draw water from the lake.
So this is a pretty sophisticated and complex operation, and I think that also pertains to the pilot plant that they have, which is carrying out a ton of cutting-edge research. So take us into the Gwinnett County pilot plant.
Sure. Well, as you can tell from their full-scale facilities, Gwinnett County has a culture of innovation, and they're leading or participating in multiple research projects to advance the state of the science in potable reuse. Denise Funk, who's shown here on the left, is the Division Director of Research and Development and is leading their research program to investigate means and methods for implementing and optimizing water reuse, including comparing their existing planned indirect potable reuse scenario with direct potable reuse as an alternative water supply. CDM Smith is collaborating with Gwinnett on several Water Research Foundation and Water Reuse Research Foundation projects involving their water treatment plants, as well as this pilot plant that was recently installed. The pilot plants were designed by CDM Smith, and they were built and installed by Intuitech a couple of years ago. The pilot plants, there's actually two of them that are running side by side. They both replicate the full-scale Shoal Creek drinking water treatment plant. One of the pilot plants operates as the planned IPR scenario that they have in the full-scale treatment process where they draw water from Lake Lanier directly. And the other pilot plant that's operating side by side blends in different ratios of water from the wastewater treatment plant so we can evaluate water quality and operational impacts from different blends of direct potable reuse water. Each pilot plant is 6.5 GPM and includes side stream direct injection of ozone, 4 8-inch diameter ozone contactor columns operated in series, and a rapid mix coagulation flocculation basin, and then direct filtration with 4 6-inch diameter anthracite biological filters operated in parallel. Those are operated in parallel so we can evaluate different optimization strategies on their biological filters. The pilot plants are actually quite large. It fills the whole room. There's a 625-foot square room that's dedicated to these facilities. And as you can see in the photos, you can't capture the whole plant in one picture. So the center photo shows like the best we could do in trying to see it all from one shot. But there's quite a lot of automation and different pieces that we can play with in terms of modifying operations with this facility. So as a researcher, it's a very exciting project to be a part of. Both pilots are fully automated with a human-machine interface and programmable control logic, and data from the pilot plant can be monitored online, and it's integrated into a data management system that stores data online in the cloud. So it can be accessed by all members of the team who may be located in different locations within the country.